It's time.
She's spilling the tea.
This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Now, did any of you guys watch Venom over the weekend?
No. I had a screening for Venom last week, but I left because I was tired.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Venom and A Star is Born did so well over the weekend that they brought in the best weekend in October history at the box office. So congratulations for both of those.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Venom, even though Venom's not really getting such great reviews. I've been seeing people say that they liked it, but for some reason the reviews haven't been so good. Are you going to go see it?
Yes, I will go see Venom eventually.
All right, Tina Turner. Now, she has her own book coming out, and she has that play that's going to be on Broadway, which I'm excited about. So she says in an upcoming autobiography that she suffered from kidney disease, and by 2016, her kidneys were at 20% and plunging rapidly. She said her husband actually gave her one of his kidneys for a transplant. That's her current husband. Now, in her book, Tina Turner, My Love Story, there's pieces that have been published online. One thing she talks about is Ike Turner. And she talks about how when they got married, he took her to a sex show on their wedding night. She said the experience was so disturbing. I suppressed it, scratched it out. She said she suffered abuse, as we all know, at his hands for years. And she said she was afraid to turn down a marriage proposal from him. And there was no fancy wedding. They just drove from California across the Mexican border to find the Mexican version of a justice of the peace. And she said things got even worse. People can't imagine the kind of man he was, a man who takes his brand new wife to a live pornographic sex show right after their marriage ceremony. So she said despite all of this, she tried to present that image of a happy young bride.
I mean, listen, salute to Tina Turner, but some people would call that a good time. Okay, I mean, I saw Cardi B and Offset in the strip club last night. And I mean, me and my wife have gone to the strip club before, so me and my wife watch porno.
Yeah,
not
wedding night, though.
Yeah, maybe she felt on her wedding night that's not what she wanted to do. She said she was near tears for most of it.
Yeah, she didn't enjoy it.
Okay,
so for herself,
it's subjective. It's a subjective line of entertainment.
But for herself, that was an awful time, she said. Mm-hmm. And Ike Turner himself has talked about in his own autobiography. He said, "Sure, I've slapped Tina. There have been times when I punched her to the ground without thinking, but I never beat her."
Knock it off. We saw the movie.
Wow.
All right. Now, let's discuss Mysonne. Mysonne got arrested. He was out protesting Brett Kavanaugh's Supreme Court confirmation, along with a lot of people. And here's what he had to say.
I came out here today because I thought it's imperative that men not only stand with women, but they stand for women. And by standing for women, we have to acknowledge that there's a culture of sexual violence, rape culture that men have benefited from. We all look at Kavanaugh and we see some similarities to things who've happened in our lives. At some point, we've traumatized some women in some way that we might not have even acknowledged because it was normalized.
Drop on the clues bombs for Mysonne. I want to salute Mysonne for speaking truth to power, because that's a conversation that I've been attempting to have for a few years on my podcast and here on The Breakfast Club. I actually gave myself Donkey of the Day last year for just now realizing that we were raised on rape culture. But when I said that and gave examples of things that I've experienced, y'all said I was admitting to rape. Had headlines saying I raped my wife. So I personally think that's a conversation we as men need to have. And I'm looking at the positive reaction Mysonne is getting for what he said. So I'm wondering, are we ready to have that conversation now? Can we as men have that conversation without being called rapists now? Because women can't end rape culture. Women can't end misogyny. Women can't end sexism. Men have to do that by checking our past, present, and future behavior.
I think we've been ready to have a conversation. I think we've been having this conversation.
Yeah, but can you have it without getting in trouble?
Yeah.
Can you be honest?
Absolutely.
Can you say that? Wait.
Why would you
say that you...
Use me as an example.
I mean, it depends. Can you say that you raped somebody and we're supposed to just say it's okay because of rape culture?
See, once again,
no, I'm just asking you.
That's not what happened. See, I had a conversation.
I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying in general. You're saying, can we have these conversations? What is that conversation?
But see,
what is it that
you say rape, but it's rape culture. Like, like when we have the conversation about me and my wife both being intoxicated the first time we slept with each other. You know what the headline was the next day when I said that. The headline the next day was
Charlamagne raped his wife.
Like, yeah. So can we have these real, honest conversations without being called rapists?
Absolutely. I think so. As long as nobody raped anybody, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Slippery slope, buddy. Mm-hmm. But drop one of the clues bombs from Mysonne for speaking truth to power.
All right, and Mystikal will remain in jail. A judge refused to reduce his $3 million bond. His next court date is scheduled for October 25th.
I didn't even know Mystikal was still locked up.
Yes.
Yeah, he's still locked up. He's actually was in court in Shreveport, Louisiana. Shout out to Shreveport because I was just there over the weekend. And he pleaded not guilty, so he's still being held because he has a $3 million bond.
Was he in jail for again? I don't remember.
Rape, right?
Is it rape?
Yes.
I thought it was.
Oh, wow.
For sexual assault.
Okay.
All right, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your rumor report.